find me another manual V12 car that sounds that good, goes that well, oh my gosh, and stops as well as that as well, on these carbon ceramics. It's such a treat to stir a manual gearbox. And the rear end is playful. It feels like it's scrabbling for grip all the time. This is a V12 Vantage Aston Martin. This V12 under the bonnet is an absolute peach. It is it is wonderful. Twin to this 6-speed gearbox. This is a 2010 Aston Martin V12 Vantage. So this has 510 horsepower. It's got 420 pounds-feet of torque, and it's twinned to a manual gearbox. Now this manual gearbox is lovely and easy, and it's just so wonderful in this day and age to stir a 6-speed gearbox. The later V12 Vantage S came with a 7-speed dogleg, which was wonderful, but that also came with a chunk load more power, which meant it had more torque, more everything, and it was, you know, you could pull away from traffic lights in fourth, it had so much torque. This one doesn't necessarily, it feels fast because there's loads of noise going on behind you, but you're not actually going that quickly. You're sort of in the traffic making wonderful noises. In sport mode, which we are in now, it makes even more noise. And it makes the throttle response even sharper. And this is a properly special car. I literally adore this thing. So this is yours at BAM Specialist Cars for £72,000. So if you can't quite stretch to that beautiful Series 2 E-Type, but you can stretch to something that's, let's be honest, it's in Porsche money, it's in, you know, even new M3 money, that sort of stuff. This has done 42,000 miles. It's got ceramic brakes, which are mega, mega, mega powerful. And it has that 6-litre V12 up front, which is just unbelievable. It's so nice. Now the interior of this car, it still feels box fresh to me. This is the carbon black edition, so you get carbon all over it. So you got carbon louvers on the bonnet. You can't really see them because you can't see anything other than just the dials and then sky. I love the driving position in this car. As I say, the interior, all these buttons down here, they're all pretty rubbish, but you're not buying it for the buttons. You're buying it for that V12 and that sonorous exhaust note, which is just absolutely addictive. It's perfection. It sounds it sounds outrageous. The front end feels planted. The rear feels not skittish, but it's definitely alive underneath you. The steering is hydraulic and meaty. It feels great. It feels, compared to some other cars, like I'm rubbing my hands down the road. It has so much texture and feedback that it just feels brilliant to drive. And the front end is darty. The rack is quite quick, but progressive. It's absolutely superb, is what it is. It's superb. And it's £72,000, which to me is an absolute bargain when you compare what else you can buy. Like an E-Class Mercedes with a boring diesel engine is similar sorts of money. And this is not boring in any way. The ride comfort in this car It's pretty bumpy, I'm not going to lie to you. This is a younger man's car than the E-Type for sure, and it is a man that wants to go out and drive like his hair's on fire on a Sunday morning. I think this is the one I would choose out of the two, just because this is the sort of thing that brings me more driving pleasure than the E-Type. Don't get me wrong, I love that E-Type. That E-Type was fantastic and really, really wonderful, but you always kept something in reserve because you were worried it was going to break down. This gearbox as well is sort of, we're doing sort of 50, 60 miles an hour on this country road, and it's between two gears, which is lovely because it means I can use third and fourth and down to second if I want to climb right up the revs. It's just a hoot of a machine. As I say, go over to BAM Specialist Cars up near the Peak District. Go over there on their website, have a look. This car, 72 grand. And maybe it'll make you feel like it's just made me feel. What an absolutely wonderful, wonderful piece of kit. I think I'm in love. I think I'm going to have to find £72,000 to go and buy this.